Okay, today we're going to take a look at We Must Tell It in the key of F. This song's actually sounds a lot more complicated than it is. It's really repetitive, and you'll kind of recycle a lot of the same chord voicings throughout the entire song. So there's really only a few chords that we got to go over, and you'll see them used throughout the entire song. So the first chord in the intro is a B flat major 7. And it looks like this. Okay, and so I'm doing B flat and F in my left hand, and then my right hand I'm doing an A, D, and F. And I want to encourage you to keep this voicing, and this is going to be your voicing for this chord, because this chord almost always in the song leads to the next chord, which is an F2 over A. And that's what that chord looks like. In this chord, all I'm doing is moving my pinky from a B flat to an A. So between those two chords, your left hand will go. The right hand, I'm moving my thumb down to a G, my index finger to a C. So these two fingers will just move down a whole step, and your pinky will stay on the F. Okay, so that's going from B flat major 7 to F2 over A. And then G minor 7, we're going to do a G and D in our left hand. And then our right hand's going to be F, B flat, D. And then to the D minor, I'm just going to move my left hand down to D and G. And then my right hand, I'm going to move index finger to A and pinky to C. So that's the movement between the third and fourth chord. So we got okay, and the next part is not tricky, but it's a little bit different. We go from a D minor to an E flat 2 add 6, and that it sounds like a really complex chord, but you're going to recognize the chord voicing as soon as we play it. So we're going, and we land on this D minor here, right? And I'm playing D in a A in my left hand, but my right hand's just playing a F major chord, which makes it a D minor 7. Then we're going to go from D minor to E flat 2 add 6. But before we get to that crazy chord, I'm going to change the voicing of my D minor to this D minor. Just like the B flat major 7, but I'm changing where my left hand is. And then we're going to do the exact same thing we did in the first two chords. Is on our right hand, we're going to go. Our left hand's going to go from this D minor, D and A, to an E flat and B flat. So it sounds like this. Then we go from this chord to an F2. So that whole intro sounds like this. One more time. And the faster you just get your muscles to memorize those chord voicings, the better off you'll be in this song, because most of the song is comprised of those chords. In fact, if you look a little further on your chord chart, there's a part that's called the tag. It comes after every single chorus, and that is exactly how the tag is played. It's played exactly like the intro. And then I just want to point out my sustain pedal technique on this part. I'm not using my pedal for the first chord because it's staccato, but then I land on the second chord and use my sustain pedal. And then the next chord will be staccato. And the next chord, I use my sustain pedal. Same thing between the D minor and the E flat. Then E flat to F. Okay, so it's kind of a on and off, on and off. Okay, so you just want to make sure that first note's clean and then you're sustaining the second note. Okay, so the chorus, pretty easy. We start off on a D minor 9. So this is a little bit different voicing than our regular D minors that we've been using. So I'm doing D and A in my left hand. Then my right hand is going to go C, E, F, A. Just get used to that voicing too. You'll use it a lot in the verses. Okay, so we go from D minor 9. And then we're going to do, this sounds a lot like the intro. Okay, same voicings. B flat major 7, F2 over A, G minor 7 to an F2. So instead of going from G to D minor, we're going to go from G to F2. Okay, so then what happens is they're just alternating what chord they end each phrase on. And that's pretty much the gist of the chorus for this song. They'll start off on the D minor 9, and then the first time they'll end the phrase on an F2. F2. And the second time they're going to end the phrase on a D minor. So then they'll go D minor. Next time they'll end the phrase on an F2. D minor. Okay. So the chorus, again, I told you the song's really, really repetitive. The chorus has pretty much the same chords as the intro and the tag. It's just they're alternating whether they're going to end the phrase on a D minor or an F2. So just pay attention to the chord chart and realize that the first time they end the phrase, they end it on an F2. The second time, they'll end it on this D minor. Okay. And then, like I said, the tag is played exactly like the intro. There's no difference there. So let's move on to the verses. There are two verses in here that are almost identical. Just there's a little section in the middle that's a little bit different on verse 2. But verse 1, they start out with this riff. Okay, so what that is, I just wrote a D minor 9 in there. Just because I didn't want to have to go throughout writing all the notes in this little riff, because it's really simple. But they start on F and they're playing octaves. So it's F to D, F to D to C. Okay, so that's the second phrase. Okay, and then after they hit that C, they go to the D minor 9. Same voicing that we learned for D minor 9 earlier. D, A, and your right hand is C, E, F, A. Okay, so again, that riff sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so then you noticed I played the G minor 9. The left hand is on G and D. Right hand is F, A, B flat, D. And we're just hitting it on every downbeat of every measure once we come out of that first part of the verse. So they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and then we come out of the verse just like we would come out of the intro and the tag. Okay, just memorizing all of these patterns is going to be key to being able to play this song. Just because it moves so fast, you're probably not going to be able to look at a chord chart while you're playing it. So just kind of memorizing all the phrases is really going to help you. And I'll say too that memorizing these phrases are really easy because the song is so repetitive. Like I said in the beginning, you'll see a lot of parts being recycled throughout the song. Okay, so that's verse 1. Now let's take a look at verse 2. So the difference between verse 1 and verse 2, they come out of the tag and they go right into verse 1, but verse 2, they come out of the tag and there's just a little drum breakdown, I think, for like 4 measures. And then they go into verse 2, which is almost exactly like verse 1, same riff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so right before they would go to the G minor 9, in verse 2, they actually hit on one of the upbeats. They played this chord, which is I would say it's a G diminished 7, or we can call it a B flat diminished 7. So basically, in my left hand, I'm just playing the B flat bass note. Right hand is going to be G, B flat, D flat, and E. And then we go to our G minor 9, hit that on the downbeat. And so in verse 2, instead of hitting G minor 9 every downbeat, they change the chords now. So they're doing G minor 9. Then they go to a G2 over E. And this is the way I'm voicing it. It's E and B in my left hand. Right hand is G, A, B, D. So we hit that staccato. Then we go to our same B flat major 7 chord that we used before. And then we come out of the bridge. Come out of the verse. And that's the same way we come out of the tag, same way we come out of the intro, and we come out of verse 1 and verse 2 the same way. Okay, so again, verse 2 will sound like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's verse 2. So then they go back into the chorus. Nothing different. Just when they come out of the chorus, they're going to say, I'm sorry, they go into the chorus and then to the tag. Come on, rejoice, come on, rejoice. Then going into the bridge, they're going to do this little walk up. It's going to be G minor 7, it's F2 over A, but I'm using a different voicing this time. I'm using a regular F2 over A to B flat major 7. So what I'm doing is I'm using my G minor 9 voicing in my right hand, but instead of playing G in the bass, I'm playing a B flat. So they'll come out of the tag. Okay, and that's how we get into the bridge. And the bridge is G minor 9 to an A minor 7. And it's the same G minor 9 that we used before, but we haven't used an A minor 7 yet. That voicing is A, E in my left hand. Right hand is G, C, and E. Okay, and those chords alternate, I think, every 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and then coming out of the bridge is just like coming out of the verses, just like coming out of the tag, and just like coming out of the intro. Same exact phrase. Okay, and then the last thing we do, in the end of the song, they'll repeat the chorus twice. So they'll actually sing the chorus 2 times back to back. And they do the tag 2 times. They go. Okay, so they do the tag 2 times back to back, and when they hit that last F, where am I? They do like a false ending for 1 measure. Sorry. 3, 4. Okay, so you do this false ending on F2, and so there's 1 measure space. And then they hit G minor 9 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. The whole band is doing this, so the hits are really big. Okay, and then 3 times they play the first half of the intro progression. And then they end on a B flat major 7. So those that progression that's repeated 3 times. It's the B flat major 7, F2 over A, G minor 7 to D minor. Okay, and they actually hit 2 B flat major 7s at the end. So just get used to playing that, because now it's moving, I think, at double time, whereas before we're going. now we're going. And on the third time, they actually flip the beat around. So my best advice, instead of trying to explain the rhythm, I would say listen back to the track and try to catch what the vocals are doing in their timing, because all of these chords are changing with the vocals. They say, come on, rejoice, come on, rejoice, come on, rejoice, come on. So the rhythm of our chord changes is actually going to change the same time as the vocals, and the whole band again is doing this part. It's a really big ending. Go back and listen to the track just for reference for rhythm, and like I said, just work these chords out, because it is really repetitive, but if you get the voicings right, man, the song sounds great. So good luck practicing, and we'll see you next time.